Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this Thursday's Artificial Intelligence Workstation journey. I am really pleased and happy to have additional people here from the other working groups and to come together and collaborate, learn, leverage, launch, and earn with these tools that we have. As some of you may have been listening to Danny earlier, you know that there are other type of platforms out there, such as the Deal AI, the 1000 AI, obviously the Build Biz and then building out. But our hope and intent is to develop an ecosystem around us that helps us understand the technology that we have, the powerful tools, but also how to create products and services from those tools and applications. That is the key. We have these tools. It's like imagine giving a chainsaw to a monkey. You got two entities, or imagine giving a gorilla power saw. It's just that he wouldn't understand how to use those tools because he's never been taught contextually to utilize them. So I'm saying all this because I want to make this a learning journey as well. So what I've done was we've had several conversations with Pastor Freeman, as you well know. The last conversation we had was to give him a presentation on what was possible on the types of products that he wanted built out. So we gave a presentation to Pastor Freeman based on the different types of products and services he wants, the curated content he's already developing and wanting us to take, massage, run, do, develop, add, change, whatever to recreate is essentially we're creating what I call digital legacies. I decided to have some fun today. I built a presentation, and you'll see the presentation. It's about 8 slides. I just got a bunch of words here. I took the presentation, I downloaded it into a PDF file, and I went to a language model. I used Claude or GPT or something like that. I asked it, I said, I want you to create me a script to create a presentation to give to Pastor Freeman about these products and tools based on the presentation. It was kind of boring, generic. Then I went back and said, okay, add a little humor to the script. I don't know why. I just wanted to add some humor. So this is a presentation, a sales presentation that I asked ChatGPT to create from a script of a sales presentation for Pastor Freeman. And this is what it gave me. So if you will, allow me to do it. Welcome to Pastor Freeman's Legacy Project, where we help you turn sermons into bestsellers, Bible studies into chatbots, and your wisdom into passive income. Yes, we're basically your tech-savvy Aaron and Hur holding up your arms while you lead. This isn't just about publishing. It's resurrection for old content. Let's make your hard drive look like the upper room on Pentecost. So let's talk about the AI-powered publishing tools, because the script says handwriting on scrolls is so first century. Our tools do the heavy lifting, like turning your 3-hour sermon on tithing into a 60-second TikTok, an ebook, and a chatbot that answers, is my offering tax deductible? Spoiler alert, the chatbot will tell you, ask your CPA, not the bot. This is funny but true. Why stress over formatting when AI can handle it? Even Moses had scribes. I'm sure only Pastor Freeman would get that.
We got it.
So, Pastor Freeman, we're building you a custom media arc. 2 of every format, eBooks, videos, chatbots, so your message survives the flood of digital noise. And don't worry, we handled the animal wrangling. We have created a bundle called the Rainbow Covenant Bundle. It includes an ebook, an audiobook, a promo video, because one format alone is like preaching to an empty pew. Now, what we've done is our service delivery models. How are we going to bring this about? In this ecosystem, and I want to ensure I stress and emphasize the different models within the working group. Now, I've gotten it down to 3 or 4. It's called do it yourself. The do it yourself model is essentially you wrestle with the PowerPoint for fun crowd. That's for the people who want to do it themselves. And then we have the do it with you. The do it with you is I'll write the sermon, you handle the tech teamwork. And then we have the do it for you model. And the do it for you model is for people who don't want to do it at all. And then we have 2 other categories, outsource and specialize. If there are some technical issues, we'll let you know upfront and we'll outsource it. After we've done your big idea generator and gotten it down to the products and services, we'll get to this point where we say, okay, here's a menu of items. The menu of items will look like this, the product service matrix. And keep in mind, this is setting the framework to stabilize your white label. Now, if you're not interested in doing a white label, you don't have to worry about this. But for me, if I have a product, I got to have a product guide. I got to have a product description. For example, what does that legacy ebook look like? What does he get for the number of dollars he's going to pay? All of that will have to be spelled out in detail, laid out in the requirements summary. From the last couple of sessions, we derived over 8 or 9 different products that we can develop based on Pastor Freeman's content that he already has. His sole role here today is to get us say, you know what, I'll have this, I'll have that, don't want none of that, that can wait later, and that'll be for dessert. And so that's really what we're here today to get a better idea and document that requirement. So what does that look like? Now we're moving from the products to the models to cost. Now, this is a representative of the cost. Now, these are the costs not necessarily assigned to Pastor Freeman, but I want to give you an idea of how you can see what you're saving. You can determine the budget if you want to outsource it, or you can say, you know what, I can do 70% of this and I'm going to outsource a portion of it. But you need to be able to understand and have your work broken down in terms of the product. The good news, folks, is that once you get to product descriptions and then you create bundles from that, you can mix and match your product line any way you want, because now you already have a repeatable process. And that is probably the ultimate number one fundamental portion of this. Do you know why bundling is important? I will give anyone $100, I promise, if you can tell me one of the first major marketing campaigns that bundled an item, product, or service. That's a case study. You probably would only know this if you have gone to business school. It was the Happy Meal. It was bundled. Businesses that are successful, they have repeatable processes. And that's where we're trying to get us to think about and to work and have that in our mindset. Okay, how do I repeat this process? And then once you've done that process, you can tell yourself, I don't like doing that. I'm outsourcing it. And that's where you need to be as you grow your business, as you grow your product line. In the case of Pastor Freeman, he has life products. This is his legacy. So when his grandchildren Google his name, they're going to see his stage play out there. It's going to be digitally memorialized forever. And that is the hope for all of you. So that's what we want to do. We want to help Pastor Freeman unlock his custom media, his project. You know, it's customized. He can monetize it if he sees fit. Have it for legacy. So what are the next steps in this process? We need to get a better idea of types of products or services that he's looking for. Memorialize those and get those written down. And we need to get them on the schedule so that we can start planning separate meetings or start planning the meetings used on Thursdays to do a portion of the work or discuss the work that we've done. That is my Pastor Freeman Memorial Project. Now, Pastor Freeman, did I miss anything, or do you have any words you want to say?
No, it's very, very, you were very clear on, and as I said, I'm I'm following you guys' lead. You guys are the expert on it, so I refer to the experts, Danny and Joel, in this process.
Okay. Well, also, Pastor Freeman, Danny and I, we had a discussion. I will see if I can send you that presentation. Okay, yeah, I just sent the presentation. So,
But Joel, you only put it in the panelist. I
okay.
think you have to make sure you put in everyone, or if you want to give it just to Pastor, then just to him.
Okay, I wanted to give it to everyone. All right, there you go. Thank you, Danny. So Pastor Freeman, Danny, and I had a discussion, and we recommend that we have a starter bundle that we recommend. I think it consists of about 7 or 8 items, but it gets you pretty much everything you need. So that's the one we're going to be working with you on. Let's see if I can find it real quick and show you what's in there. So we have a bundle that includes, like, it's called, it has your, obviously your chat bot we're going to develop. And then obviously we need to format your book for Kindle. It probably has some promo and video reels, and it has your, obviously, your CRM, your contact page. So that's the bundle that we have for you. You just let us know when you're ready to schedule your one-on-one so we can get started. Or let me know.
I'm ready upon your schedule. Just let me know, and I got to work it out.
Okay. All right, Danny, did you have something?
For this part of the conversation, no, I'm excited to get started with helping Pastor Freeman.
That's fine.
And we'll get Tina to coordinate calendars and we'll get going.
Okay, sounds great.
All right. Did anyone have any comments about bundling or products? And while we're on the subject, just from a learning perspective, any questions? Anyone? Thank you. Okay. So, Danny,
Yes, sir.
I think I came in a little late on your presentation the other day.
Yeah, Joe. I saw you sneaking in there.
So I think I must have missed several critical minutes. But if you wanted to go through that again, that'd be great.
Sure. Is that what you want me to do now, or you have
Absolutely.
something
Yes.
else? Okay. You're killing me. But you saw my note on the flyer too, right? The date on it wasn't quite right. It was saying May 1st, which is today.
Oh, yeah. No, it's going to be the 9th.
Okay, yeah, that would be better. We have time to market it. In case we're doing another TV episode.
Network. Yeah, and we'll send out the link to you guys when we're going to do it. Is Christina on the line?
I don't think so. Let me bring up. I haven't seen her yet.
Let me see if I can share this real quick.
You want to share? Okay, sure. I'll stop sharing. Go right ahead. Keisha is on, and everybody else already introduced. Yes. Yeah, Keisha is on.
Are you seeing?
I see everything except the flyer.
Okay.
There it is. All right.
This is a live podcast event, guys. Essentially, it's the Pick TV network. Dr. David Evans. You can Google him. I would like for you to like and follow his page. It's a nationally syndicated network on a Roku streaming channel. You can stream it on Roku. I think it's channel 1000. I'm not sure, but it's streaming on Roku. 24/7 programming, but he also has webinars and podcasts. And so Danny and I will be doing one on the AI Workstation. We're just going to do a demo. Not quite sure what it's going to be, but we'll be sending that out. Hopefully you guys will be able to join.
All right. Thank you. All right, portion of screen, share sound and action. All right. Up, chat. Let's see. Someone was putting something in the chat. Okay. Cool. All righty. Yes. Since we last met, I always try to listen to my members and customers and deliver more. And what I added this week is I've added some additional videos. The Deal AI guys have gotten some of their videos on AEO Website Creator Part 1 and 2. This was part of their boot camp, and it's really a very good, slow, long training session on how to build websites within the website builder. As Joel was saying, these are part of our done with you kind of things where we not only give you guidance on how to build your business, but we also give you practical and useful training on the individual apps that are in the platform. So that's the done with you. And then I have some of you who are signing up for done for you services. I want to say thanks to Gerald. He just signed up. We're going to build out his white label. Another set of videos are the white label app videos, which train you a little bit on what is a white label, how to use a white label, some of the things that we're showing you and training you on a weekly basis. These are also more videos that you can utilize. Same thing, as Joel said, we're all busy entrepreneurs. What we're doing is we're building our businesses. Bear just shared that marketing template. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. It goes along with all the things Joel was talking about earlier today. So, yes, let's share with each other. Let's help each other build our businesses together. That's how we get more successful. All right. I spoke with Keisha earlier today, and we were vibing on some of the stuff she's working on. We're all trying to get to the same place, which is success. All right. So, what Joel was speaking about a little earlier, let's see if I can track this down. We've added some new functionality. I think I have to actually fix, I think one of my links are broken. I have to fix that. And this is all part of managing your white label. These are some of the newer apps that are here. So I got to build this out and get this link into Joel's white label as well. When you are managing your own white label, any new apps that are rolled out, you can access and see and decide whether they're shared with your group, your white label or not. And so when you bounce over to the white label, this is where you would go to get your white label. It's under Make Money. You can either share your affiliate link, or most of us are doing white labels, and you can sign up and unlock that for $27 a month within everybody's white label. If you want to sign up for white label and you're under Joel's AI Workstation, you just go to the Make Money, and white label is the second option, and there you go. It's very simple to start the process, and then you would edit it from there. So let me go ahead and go up one level or two and show you some of the things that we can do here. Let's all network together. Let me bring this down a little bit. Hold on. There we go. So it's out of the way. I can see now. I have way too many things open on my screen. Give me 1 second, everybody. Sorry for the delay. All right. I think I'll just have to bring in a new window. All right, cool. Thank you. I think we've gotten where we need to be. All right. So I'm going to add a link to this in Joel's white label so you can get access to it. The product is called leadbiz.ai, and you can sign up for free. You don't have to put any cash. So it's not in the platform, but the membership, it's included. So you can just sign up for free. And if you're going to sign up, you just fill out the form. It's a very simple form. It's your name, email address, and password. If you have a business name, which you should, of course, if you're doing this, that's it. It doesn't require a lot to get in there. Once you've signed in, you can then log in and see what's going on right now. Oh, it looks like this one has run out of money. I didn't turn on the automatic refunding. So what is this product? It is a lead gen tool. It's an agentic lead gen tool. So a lot of you have seen First Contact, to Go High Level, all of these different tools are traditional email blast kind of management tools. Even in our platform, for example, they're building a fun food factory. We were doing some logos. In this platform, you can do email management under sales and marketing. In the platform, you have a CRM system, and under the CRM system, you have the ability to set up automations. So if I was to add an automation, I would start here with a trigger. And so let's say if everybody, it could be anybody and it's on any website page, they come in and they perform, let's say they fill out a form, right? So I want that on this trigger, they fill out a form and I get their email address. I can send them something. What is it, the action that I want to take? So I build this all out step by step. This happens, that happens, this happens, that happens. That's the traditional way of doing an email automation where you start here and walk down the tree. It works perfectly fine. That's how you can do things like if you have a sales funnel page in the platform, somebody clicks, they sign up to your white label, you immediately send them a thank you, you send them maybe the link to where to log in, an overview, here's your login and your password. That's done automatically by the platform, of course. But then you may send them a link to the start here button so they know to go there to start, things like that. So you can build out your welcome email or thank you email, and it happens automatically as soon as somebody signs up. Or somebody comes to your website and they have questions and they fill out a form to contact them. You want to send back acknowledgement immediately, right? So that's the kind of thing you can do with email automation. So where does that next evolution go? The next evolution is kind of what we're talking about right now. Joel, you're not muted.
I just was calling to, so I think that the best.
All right, let's see here. So lead gen. So traditionally, the way that you would do this type of thing is you would, first of all, create your list, and then you would create that automated workflow I just showed you. And the email would basically blast out 1,000 emails, 500 emails, however many emails to all of those people. The challenge with doing that, a couple of things can happen. One, you can ruin your email reputation if Outlook or email or any other email server decides that you are a spammer, and you can end up in the spam folder. Same thing with if you have messaging that seems kind of spammy, you might end up in the other folder instead of going into people's inbox. So all of the effort that you're putting in creating a fantastic email message is wasted because it never actually gets to your target customer, right? And then your open rate is 6%, 7% if you're lucky, that kind of thing. So what you want is to have 1,000 contacts, set up a goal, send out emails. And by the way, this is drip kind of email, and it stopped because I didn't fund it all the way. I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. And then you want to get open rates in the 37%, 40% range. As I said yesterday in the training, this is an extraordinarily high open rate, but this is the reason why. I am targeting this list of 1,000 people who have signed up for my AI training in the past. I'm revitalizing that list. I want people to get excited about something new. I want to reach out to them, and they've seen my email blast. Maybe they haven't because it's ended up in the other folder instead of in the inbox. But now they're starting to see my messages again, and they're seeing something new and unique. Transform your curiosity into mastery. You're invited, AI in 1 hour, level up your skills, transform curiosity into mastery, join our AI webinar, unlock the power of AI in 1 hour. So each person is getting a slightly different message. It's not the same subject line to everybody. The content varies as well. You can tell the AI to just pick out of these 10 bullets, send 2 or 3 for each email. So that also varies, and that also helps you not end up in the spam filter as it is a unique message. and unique body of content. The agent is creating unique emails for each one. So let me also break it down. I'm going to go into the settings in just a second. In the goal, you can kind of see where I'm setting up the goal, and I tell it, if you've taken our create method training, you can see the create method in action here. You are a high converting AI sales assistant trained in digital engagement, lead reactivation, and strategic positioning, right? So again, I set the context and then I tell them what's its goal. Your mission is to invite everyone to the live training. Next one is May 13th, and alternate a few of these bullets into the email. And it's going to do the call to action, invite them to register here, remind them. So in other words, it's going to change this sentence for each person and bring back the idea. Now you can push this and give it the instruction, push forward to the invite, and always, and you're pushing people through this process. And so you can kind of see how that works. And what's beautiful about it, let's say this is a different one that I did. In this one, I was forwarding and working primarily on testing emails to my own customers. This is a different email thread, and this one is a different goal. In this one, and again, all of my customers will have gotten this email by now, where it is reaching out to anybody who's been a subscriber over 30 days to see if they're happy. If they're happy, it'll eventually escalate them into a one-on-one meeting. Book the meetings between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. After 2 attempts, change outbound to every 30 days so it doesn't annoy people. Stop after 3 months. If they don't respond, they don't respond, right? They're not interesting. But because these are customers, look at my open rate, it's 58%. And the replies are in here. And so you can kind of see the conversations that they're having. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, yeah, this is Denise. We reached out. The message was short and concise. She replied that she was happy. Then it went on to talk about, hey, thanks. I'm glad you had a positive experience. Is it okay if we use your comments and testimonial on the website? And also, by the way, we're offering one-on-one sessions. By doing it this way, it sent that out on the 21st. It sent it out on the 22nd. It sent it out on the 23rd. And then finally she replied, yeah, I'm interested in a one-on-one. Then it sent out some times and dates, and she didn't respond on the 23rd. It sent it out again on the 24th, 25th. Beauty of all of this is I am not doing this manually. I'm not even aware. Unless it needs help, it's not going to reach out to me. It's going to keep going. And finally, she said, yes, we can meet. And it got the dates, and boom, we were done. So it's a sales assistant. It's doing its job. It's working the list, and it's pounding away until it gets responsive. You can still ratchet it down if it's too annoying, but that is the idea. So we've got this all running here, and you can see all of these conversations going back and forth. I'll take the link here and drop it in the chat. We're testing 2 different versions. It's funny because same thing with all of the other solutions and products out here. We're building our own, and you can white label this. So let me grab this and I'll drop this link in the chat. Everybody can have their own version of this. You can white label it and kind of go from there. When I was talking about settings, you can set this up in your white label where it's pointing to your business, right? So you put in your business information. If you're going to do emails, you need to specify your business information. If you don't have one, sign up in the platform, get a business email and a business phone number. And of course, you need a business address. That's not something that we offer in the platform right now, but you can use iPostal or any of these guys out there to get a physical address. All right, sender information. This is important. You want to be your email's coming from a person. So put your name there. Don't just put your business. And it's from Danny. And then whatever your email information server is going to be. We'll do email settings in just a second. And then you can configure your email server. And this is where I ran into problems because I did not set up my automation. So you can manage your auto recharge. You can turn that on and then tell it, hey, put 20 bucks in there. When balance goes below 10 bucks, I forgot to turn that on. And so that's why it stopped. You just tell it to run. And now it'll run and it's back to life. Okay. And so you can see it's running along on its merry way. That was the wallet settings. Let's refresh this page. And it should be cranking up in just a second. The three things that you can connect as of today, we're going to have more, is your deal.ai account, or in the case of if you have BillBiz or AI Workstation, you can connect your Stripe account. What's nice about that is all of your customers can automatically be considered a category, and you can immediately interact with your customers. So you can say something like I said, if they've been a customer for more than 30 days, do this. So you can, do things with Stripe that are automated. And same thing, it right now only integrates with Google. So that's your Google email, your Google Calendar. I think it's $7 a month. I personally have one of each. I have Outlook, I have Google, I have Apple. From a business point of view, I think Google offers a really good value. You get Gmail, you get Calendar, you get Meet, you get all of that stuff. I happen to like Outlook because I've been using Outlook and Office 365 for years. So I have one of everything. You can definitely at least connect your Google Calendar, and the advantage there, of course, is not only will it do the emailing out for you automatically, it will also do your calendar function where it will look on your calendar, see when you're available. The agent sent out 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. on one of the email blasts that it did for somebody who said, yes, I'd like to meet. They responded 2:30 p.m. and it made the adjustment on the fly and set the meeting up for 2:30 instead of 2. So it's very smart. As long as I'm available, it'll go ahead and set the meeting. And then as far as if you do have deal.ai, you would connect it in here. This also allows you to get your API key that you can use in other places. Now, if you're smart and can understand things like Zaps and Zapier, you can do some integrations on that. They've already started working on integration of SMS, Twilio, Space. We're going to do email, SMS, texting, and voice. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So as far as configuring your email settings, this is also easy. So you're going to have to pick your domain. Let's say you have one, mine is billbiz.ai. You can add a subdomain. If you are on GoDaddy, you just need to add a subdomain. It gives you all the information you need. If you're in the platform already, you just connect it to the platform if you've already got your domain name, and it will connect them together. You just need your API key in your platform. That is, by the way, if you don't know where that is under your name here, under profile. You go all the way down to the bottom, and under business details, this is your API key. And that's connecting the platform to this lead gen. So that's how you connect them if you want to connect them directly to your platform. I'm going through all of this because Joel wanted to see the back end a little bit. Here's where you would do this. If you don't want to do this yourself, contact us and we'll do it for you. You can set up your MX record if you're using GoDaddy. If you don't know what this is, don't worry about it. Just let us know. We'll help you. MX records, TXT records. MX is just your mail server and your CNAME, and then you're good to go. Once you've gotten that all connected, you verify your DNS settings, and you are ready to go. All right, so that's your email setup and your wallet, and you've got all these things going here. That's the highlight of it. You can add more team members. That's going to allow you to do that there. And under your wallet, I think I've set this up the last time. If I go into settings, we will be able to white label until everybody is happy. And you can set up your own custom white label, put your own logo in, and then your white label will point to the white label system. The base cost is 4 cents per email, and you'd be able to set up your own price point. Anybody who signs up under you will get that price point, just like in the white label in the platform. These are all places where you can do it. These are all the different types of things that you can play with. You can get your header codes and all that stuff. This is the white label section, and this is where you can set all this up. Hopefully I answered, Joel, hopefully I answered your questions and what's the setup look like. And so you can go in there and kind of get going right away. All right, I'll pause here and see if anybody has any basic AI workstation questions I can answer. I forgot to show you. If you want to add people, the whole point of this is you need to import your list. If you've got a list somewhere you can come here and just say add contacts. Oh, by the way, this blurry stuff here, that's just because I'm demoing the system and I don't want you to see everybody's emails and things, but it doesn't always look like that. It's only because I am sharing this with you and the general public, and I don't want you to see people's email addresses. Obviously, you as the admin would be able to see their email addresses. Okay, so you would basically import here. So you click the import button. It'll ask you to choose a CSV file. Right now, we're only importing 3 fields, which is the name, email address, phone number. If you're integrating with Stripe, more information can come across. But just for list management right now, to keep it small and simple while we're in this sort of early stages, just 3 fields. That's it. Super simple. And it'll fill those 3 fields in. You don't have to do any formal setup. When you go to import the list, it'll basically just say name connected to name, email connected to email. Super simple. And it'll bring in the list. You can upload right now. There's a limit of 1,000 contacts a day. And the reason for that is we want to get your email reputation to remain sterling, especially if you're starting up a brand new email server. I just set up that email.buildbiz.ai email server. That's a brand new email server. You do not want to mess up your email reputation by flooding out a bunch of emails. You want to go through a process of what we call a warm up, where it just sends a few emails a day and slowly increases how many emails it sends. And then eventually you would have warmed up that email server and that email list. Now, when you set up a goal, right, when you create a new goal, you can either do a SMART goal or a broadcast. A broadcast is the traditional, hey, everybody gets the same subject line, everybody gets the same email. The cost for doing that is something like 67 cents per 1,000. So if you have a high level account, you know that you're paying X dollars a month for Go High Level. And then the SMART goal is the one that's going to be 4 cents per email. That's because the agent is creating a unique email for each one. When you get a response back, it's handling a new response by itself. So that's the 4 cents. This is not mandatory. You decide if you want to do this. I love it because I want to warm up that list and I want it to get into the inbox. And I do not want to sit here and write one email at a time. So that is the power of what we're offering here. It is a fantastic tool if you already have a list. You know the difference between getting a 7% open rate and a 40% open rate. It's just ridiculous. So that's the one thing that I wanted to point out. And again, your calendar will be here and you can add things to your calendar, but its main purpose is for the AI to be able to manage, to see your calendar and know when you're free and when you're busy. That one is not connected. I'm just trying to think. I'm not using anything right now on this one either. It's fun when it does the bookings. You can see the bookings happening. So I shut this down. So I had gotten about 6 appointments from this thing working by itself doing this process. Okay, that's the highlight of it. Any other questions? I'd love to set up a train the trainer course for white labelers. Yes, we were talking about the boot camp. I did put the recording of one of the boot camps in there, so go ahead and check that out. And we are so busy, but Joel and I were talking about that the other day, setting up either a 4-hour or an all-day kind of boot camp on the weekend. I'm doing one this weekend with the Deal.ai. Actually, I'm doing it with the 1000X folks. And so I'll be busy all this weekend. A lot of you came in on the AI Workstation from the AI Wealth Summit. And so I'll be working with the 1000X team on the next one, which is Saturday and Sunday. It's crazy to set these things up. Joel and I were looking at doing the podcast and we're doing it all these other things, but we're open to ideas of other trainings. As a matter of fact, if you guys want to see something, please let us know. That's why I put those videos in there so you can tap into the last one in case you missed it and see the recording of that last white label boot camp. So that hopefully will help if you're the done do it myself kind of person. Hopefully that'll help you answer a lot of the white label questions. But if you have another question, we got a couple more minutes left. You can come off mute and ask your question. I'm happy to answer those. That's why we're here on Thursdays.
I think I want to give Bear a minute to bring up his. It was very impressive, Bear, what you did, and thank you, Danny, for demoing the agentic. It really is about automation and workflows. That's the future. If you have the patience, the time to design and create automations and workflows, God bless you. Hey, Bear, could you talk about your bundles and how you came up with your products and services? I think that was a very good example of what you did. You did a great job.
All right, Bear, I made you a panelist, so you should be.
There I am.
Oops, looks like you just dropped out. I made you a panelist. You
There.
might be able to share your screen. If not, I'll make you a co-host.
There's a screen. Okay, yeah. Huh?
There you go. You're a co-host.
Oh, wow.
It's like
I feel
simple magic.
I got to share my screen, right?
If you want to, yeah, go down to the bottom and
Okay.
hit the green button to
Right
share your
here.
screen.
Share here. Okay. I'm getting kind of good at this. Getting there. Okay. So yes, in the platform, we have Gamma, which is a wonderful, wonderful site. If nobody really played with that yet, I suggest you have a good time with that. It'll set this up for you. What I did was I prompted from Perplexity and prompted from BuildBiz because I prompted, give me a prompt for what BuildBiz can do for small companies and set up a price package for those services. And then it gave me an overall, so I had to whittle it down. In Gamma, they they will have there's buttons on there that'll allow you to add a summary to your funnels or presentations. If you look at mine, it says custom branded AI marketing funnels that convert visitors into qualified leads. Choose from 3 scalable plans designed specifically for marketing agencies serving multiple clients. So that wasn't there at first, but you can keep building it out. And I'm learning how to kind of build this thing out as I'm going along. This is what I came up with: a starter plan, a pro plan, an agency plan. I also have a couple other things that will kind of show the services in larger scale. But this is kind of what I came up so far. Like for right here, solo clients, growth clients, if you want to scale, it comes down here. If you for a AI content creator, this is a good plan for them, a light plan, a pro plan, and an agency unlimited plan. Those are the different prices. The multi-client AI support bot, those bots are amazing. The super agents are a wonderful tool. Still learning how to prompt that properly so I can extract the things I really want from it. Here's the essentials plan, the business plan, the enterprise plan on that right there. Gamma will really give you really something special. And those other little tabs in there that'll help you build it out will, like I said, when you wanted to give it a summary, it'll summarize it and give you bullet points. It has options on recreating whatever they give you. When I saw that in BuildBiz, I couldn't wait to get on that and play around. Like Joel said, there's a lot of programs out there. There's a lot of AI this and AI that. And we just have to stay conscious that most of this stuff, if we learn this platform properly, it's all in our own platform. But, then you have your extensions and stuff like that, like Gamma, which is cool. So this is what I came up with, and I'm still building it out. I'm getting there. I hope you guys like it.
Like Joel said, it's definitely very, very cool. It's a fantastic job and a perfect example of using the AI tools to the max, putting them all together. And that's really what we're talking about as far as ecosystem building. We've got some more things that are coming along for everybody. We're going to integrate Zoho, which is another powerful platform, and that's going to give you guys even more functionality. We've got another AI app builder coming down the pipeline. I'm not even going to do a demo this week, but it's very close to the point where I'll be able to do some demos with it. It essentially is you give it a sentence or two and it'll build you a full-blown app that's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. So lots of fun things are still on the horizon. Even when you think, wow, I got so many apps, there's more coming. So it's a lot of fun to watch this stuff continue to build and grow. and we're going to get all these in here. All righty. Thank you. Thank you, Bear. Joel, anything else you wanted to add for this week's conversation?
No, thank you, Bear. We appreciate that. That was an awesome presentation. One of the key things I want you to take away from what Bear did in his process was that he went to the actual source document, the curated data itself within the Build Biz, and asked it how to utilize its product or services within that platform. That was key. I had not thought about that before. And that is what I call a tactic, technique, and procedure, TTP, that we leverage from. Good on you, good product. Now, the thing is, you got to decide, do you want that to be a static model, or you want to change up your product offerings every now and then? You want to redesign, add, change, create synergy within your models, mix and match. I mean, you can do all that through AI. You can do anything you want with the tool itself. Thanks again, everyone. Thank you for your time, for being here.
I just want to say, everybody, feel free to take that and use it however you want to, make it your own, as we do. Share the knowledge.
All right. Super. Thank you, Danny. Good job.
I'll go ahead and make sure we add that lead biz to everybody's platform. I'll get it added to AI Workstation. Doesn't matter if you're using AI Workstation, you're using Build Biz, hey, just make sure you keep working at your projects and share with us what you're doing so we can all be excited together.
Absolutely. Good job.
All right, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.